What's wrong with the music business today? For one thing, it's hard to make a living. Unless you're a big star, making enough money to support a career is really, really hard. If you're a songwriter, you get pennies from streaming, even if your song is played tens of thousands of times. And if you're a performer, unlike in the rest of the world, you don't get paid anything when your record gets broadcast on radio or television. Nothing. And if you're a producer, you get nothing from streaming and nothing from broadcast. And if that's not bad enough, the video websites that stream our music billions of times a day are paying almost nothing for it, to any of us. If you're a songwriter, composer, performer, or producer, or any combination, you've seen your check shrink dramatically over the past few years. There's just one pie of money, and it's not big enough to support all of us in the music business. But wait a minute, how big is that pie anyway? We've been told it's this big, but actually, we found out that's not true. It's actually this big. So where's the rest of the pie going, and why is it so hard to find out? Make no mistake, a tremendous amount of money is staying in the pockets of the giant tech companies that appropriate the value of our music to sell advertising and gather data. They pay us outrageously low rates, profit from the illegal use of our music, and make it impossible for us to find out just how much money our music is generating. That has to change. But there's also a lot of money being made by giant, vertically integrated music corporations that own or administer the rights to our music. You see, those corporations have found ways to earn boatloads of money, but keep it for themselves instead of paying us our share. For instance, a music company might make a deal with a streaming service to play records and songs owned or controlled by the music company. The music company gets a giant cash advance, but the recording artists, producers, and songwriters like us may or may not get a portion of that money. And if we do, it'll only be over time as our music is used. Anything left over stays in the pockets of the music company. Then they make another deal, a side deal, for the music company to buy stock in the streaming service at a big discount. That way, the music company can make a fortune when the streaming service goes public, but they don't have to share any of that money with us. And to make sure we don't learn just how much of the pie they're grabbing and how little we're receiving, the music companies and the streaming services make one more deal, a secret deal called a non-disclosure agreement. That means no one is allowed to talk about or see any of these deals ever, a complete lack of transparency. So how big is that pie again? If you factor in the extremely low royalties, the secret advances, secret stock sales, and lack of transparency, the pie turns out to be this big. We want America to have a healthy music-creating community and a strong music business. So we're coming together to make sure we're all getting our fair share of the whole pie. We're the creators, producers, and performers who make the whole music business possible. We support changes in the copyright law recommended by the Copyright Office, and we're fighting for our rights and for a stronger music business for all. Come join us for music's future.